I'll be honest, when I first saw Lakewood Plaza Turbo, the original pilot for OKKO, I thought it might get picked up, but it was released originally in 2013, and the longer something stays on the shelf, the less likely it comes to fruition. Lucky for us, it was released in 2017, and managed to have 3 seasons, which certainly isn't anything to sneeze at. This episode is interesting because it continues this very specific thing OKKO had done, where they would have cameos from a lot of different properties, once even from shows that were on the air at the time. They had Captain Planet, Sonic the Hedgehog, and the main characters of the show's creator Ian Jones Quarterly's webcomic RPG World, which actually serves as the comic's grand finale. In the case of this episode, they picked a very interesting cameo. Okay, the story starts at the most Halloween-y place in the show, Enid's house. See, despite being a ninja, Enid is the daughter of a werewolf and a vampire. During Enid's video chatting with Rad, her parents remind her that her old Ghoul school pals from when she used to be a witch as a kid are visiting today. They told her yesterday, but she had earbuds in, so what you gonna do? Initially, Enid is excited to show them her new ninja prowess, and KO was actually there already because he was helping Enid's little brothers Boris and Icky set up a picnic for the girls. But Rad, the big turquoise idiot, gets in Enid's head by accident and makes her think they won't accept it. So, away they go, to reveal that Enid didn't go to a Ghoul school, she went to the Ghoul school. Alright, I think a lot of contemporary viewers won't know who these girls are. Let me explain. In the 60s, the show Scooby Doo premiered. It lasted 3 seasons of its original run and spawned movies where they teamed up with the Harlem Globetrotters and Cher. Along the way, they acquired Scooby's nephew, Scrappy Doo. In the 80s, Warner Brothers thought the best way to keep the series going was with a TV show and movies only starring Scooby, and now red-shirted Shaggy, Scrappy Doo, and intermittently Daphne. One of the properties they made at the time was 1988's Scooby Doo and the Ghoul School. It's a pretty standard story, all things considered. Shaggy, Scooby, and Scrappy take up jobs as the volleyball coach for Miss Grimwood's finishing school for ghouls. The ghouls in question are the daughters of classic horror monsters: Phantasma the Ghost, Elsa the Frankenstein's monster, Sibella the Vampire, Tanis the Mummy, and Winnie the Werewolf. Interestingly enough, all but 2 of the voice actors for the ghouls in this episode are the original voice actors from the original movie. They aren't really used in Scooby-Doo as much as another group of side characters popular with fans like the Hex Girls, simply because the idea of the world of Scooby-Doo is that there's no such thing as paranormal creatures. Except for that one time on Moonscar Island, and in Massachusetts, and in Mexico, and of course that weird thing in California, or the underneath Crystal Cove. Look, the main idea of the episode is that Enid used to go to Ghoul School, but she transferred out when she decided to become a ninja. And not wanting to disappoint her old Ghoul School pals, opts to pretend to still be a witch, something KO takes umbrage with only because they did the whole Enid pretending to still be a witch thing earlier in the series.
Yeah, that's me, alright. I'm your witch, always a Trevor.
My goodness, Enid, you haven't changed a bit.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, the picnic starts and Enid and the ghouls start talking, mostly reminiscing on the past.
Hey, do you guys ever wonder what happened to that weird guy with the Great Dane?
I think he went back to wearing green and started being voiced by that guy from the Halloween movies who made him sound like a space cadet.
You made me sound like a total space cadet, man!
I'm sorry you feel that way. I was trying to be real to your character.
If you like goof on me in the sequel, I'm coming after you!
Yeah, and I'll give you a Scooby smack.
The ghouls decide to start trying to show off how much they've improved on their spookiness, and it's finally Enid's turn. The obvious issue being Enid doesn't remember any magic, so she by accident animates a tree that kidnaps Winnie and Tanis. And her attempts to rectify this only make things worse.
They don't look too happy, Enid.
You can stop now. Yeah.
Apparently while they were still pitching this episode, one of the artists kept drawing Elsa as Ed to make the crew laugh, and because they have a rule that if it makes them laugh, it goes in the episode, well, there you go. After making things worse, Enid fesses up and admits that she's a ninja. A fact that actually doesn't surprise the ghouls in the slightest.
It makes sense.
But now that Enid can actually do what she's good at, she and the ghouls work together to free Tanis and Winnie from the tree. In the process, Enid's dad, Bernard, sees them messing up his garden, completely forgetting why he was staying inside in the first place.
Oh, cop, dang it.
Oh, honey.
I think that technically makes Bernard a werehuman. Anyway, the episode ends with an impromptu song.
Happy Halloween.